might actually have a good stream. Let's see. I don't even know if I can find it on here anymore, but that's okay.
Yeah, the cable was bad,
Let's see if we even have anyone on it, though.
Yeah, we're good. Good to go.
Okay.
We're live.
Let's redo the game, I think.
Okay, that's fine. No, that's fine. We got our first round. We'll go to round 2.
Okay. That's right. Okay, now
yeah.
we're good. Now we're good.
All right. So we're back. We'll see if anyone's actually watching this. I don't know where it's even on our channel anymore.
It just refresh.
I am refreshing.
The page, and it should pop out right in the front.
Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. There we are. Let's see how many people. We got one person watching.
Thanks, Joaquin.
Actually watching this. Yeah. I don't know where it's even on our channel anymore. We got one person
It's
watching.
probably me.
Okay. Let's do some.
No, we got 3, I think.
I'm gonna text it out in
Current viewers 4.
the. I'm sending it out over text message.
Now we're good. Yeah, that game was definitely bad. Yeah.
Well, there's some nasty kinks.
I know.
We saw that.
The problem
Sweet. Thank you, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
It's always weird to hear you.
Totally is.
I don't know how long we wait for, but we'll see.
You want me to redo something? Like the video? Carl? Video?
Nah, that was all fine. We got 6 people now.
All right.
Hey, shout us out in the comments so we know you're here.
That's super nice. Oh, my God. See? I was right.
Window's a good idea. I didn't even think about
Yeah.
throwing it through the window.
I don't know.
So you can see my face now?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Look at this. Look how clear that is. It's crystal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Look how it's super non-laggy. All right.
I've been released from the witness protection program.
Yeah, we're great. We're
Thank you, Andy.
And it's the best.
Anna says, "Oh, you can see them."
Gotta wait for them to.
we're at 9. Okay, I think we're gonna continue on in our game.
All right.
I think we'll only do this game since we're behind on time,
We're behind,
Yeah.
really behind.
which is fine. That's okay. This is live streaming. We're playing in the space. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and continue the game. It's speed text. You gotta text the number that will be on screen,
Yep, it's
which will be super loud. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm not looking there. And first person to text the challenge wins. First round winner was Sophia. And last week, let me tell you, Sammy was on our stream and she destroyed the game. She was actually the main winner on both of our games. So it's possible that someone could just like wipe out the competition for both games. So get on it and actually participate so you can actually win some free money. I want free money. I love free money. The government's giving us free money apparently, but who knows when that'll happen. All right, round 2. Let's hit it, Joaquin.
Question.
Whatever music app you use, if you use YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever it is, send it in. Yes, Willa, you look so much better, says Anna.
Yay! Thank you, Anna.
It's incredible what good internet will get you these days. All right, so we're waiting for the screenshot of the song most recently played on your phone. That's awesome. For me, it would have to be, I'm in a total Broadway kick right now, and I found out that 2 years ago, was like yesterday, was when Laura and I went to see Hamilton, which is an incredible Broadway musical, and I've been listening to that soundtrack like nonstop for the past 2 weeks. So that would definitely be my last play. So it's fun to rap along like historical, facts that it's on a Broadway show. I don't know, that's super weird that there's rap in Broadway, but here we are in this life. So, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting on the text to come through.
Repeat the question.
The question was, screenshot the last song played on your phone through whatever app, send that picture in. No one's responded yet, so yeah.
Audio Adrenaline.
Oh yeah, okay. Old school Audio Adrenaline?
It's probably the Houseplant song.
Oh, wait,
it was.
we got one. Ah, Courtney got it.
Yay, Courtney!
September song by J.P. Cooper. Never heard of it. Don't have a clue. Look at those dreads, though. Look at that face.
That's awesome.
We'll have to check it out later. All right, we're going to keep going and not wait for other people because we don't have time. Round 3. Joaquin, hit it. Oh, dizzy. Who Do You Love is a screenshot from Sophia, which is a K-pop song. K-pop, gotta love it. I love my beard. It's incredible.
Right? That's what I was going for.
This is nuts. This is the wildest live stream ever, and I love it so much. All right, I still haven't seen it. Waiting for the selfies to arrive. They may or may not end up on camera. We'll see what happens. Oh.
Can we get one?
Yes.
Huh?
We have Rihanna with the selfie. Oh, there's a couple. And Frozen, the Broadway musical.
Nice.
Good choice. Love
Very
the Broadway theme. Look, there we are in the corner.
Oh, we're so cute.
Next we have Courtney with the selfie. Love it. And we
Very
also
nice.
have Sophia. Wait for it. Yikes, mine's bad. No way. All right, this one's going on. Oop. Look at that. Look at that selfie. So blurry. So low quality. I love it.
It's like our live stream half an hour ago.
Yeah, right. Oh, you mean like 10 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Okay, we're moving on. Courtney was the first one. No, wait. Rihanna was the first one. Courtney was second. Sophia third. Hit it. Round 4.
Round 4. Hold on. I love my mouth.
And you'll win the round. I'm waiting for it. What's your favorite fast food restaurant, Willa?
Well, it changes, like depending on what I'm in the mood
Oh,
for.
interesting.
Pretty much anything up and down River Road. Arby's,
Arby's,
Taco
good
Bell,
stuff.
McDonald's, Jack in the Box.
I hate Jack in the Box.
Really?
No, I can't do it. I grew up eating Jack in the Box,
Oh,
so
well,
maybe there's
yeah.
something there.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A is my favorite, but we don't have one of those around
I mean,
here.
if there was a Chick-fil-A, that would be
When
my-
it's here, it's coming. The Chick-fil-A is coming, and I'm super excited for it. First in is Courtney with Panda Express,
Ooh, yeah, Panda.
followed
Panda's
shortly,
good.
so closely after Sophia with Subway. So you guys, it's a real competition. You gotta text quick. You gotta text quickly. So Panda's incredible. Joaquin in studio loves Panda.
Panda is the best.
He loves it. This room smells like Panda Express all the time because he's in here so
Whole
much.
church.
The whole church smells like Panda Express. From, however, the consumption all the way to the end. All right, next round. I think we're on 5.
5. Yes, sir. Here we go.
Okay, I'm getting tired of that. Rihanna Subs from Rihanna, also pretty choice. My wife doesn't really like sub sandwiches, which is a real pity because they're delicious, but I love Firehouse Subs. And it supports a good cause. So
They have good.
good food, good cause.
Their soup.
There's soup.
They have chicken and dumplings,
Oh,
which is, not as good as homemade, but from a restaurant, it's actually really good.
soup.
Here's my shoe.
It's all sparkly.
No, it's got.
Oh, it's got, yes. This is my shoe. It's a Van because they're comfy.
Yeah.
I'm a recent Van wearer. Joaquin, what's your favorite kind of shoe? Nikes. Will, what's your favorite brand of shoe?
Brand?
Yeah.
I used to love Rocket Dogs, but I can't wear them to work because they're like,
I've never heard of those before.
they were like these platform tennis shoes kind of in the early 2000s.
Oh,
They were
throwing it back.
And their like logo is this dog and it's like running super fast. It's pretty
Okay.
much like for the logo.
Hey, Nike's got a sweet logo as well. All right, first one in is McKenna. Oh no, McKenna sent is way behind on her song choice. The next was Courtney. She says she doesn't wear shoes inside, which is fine. It was just a shoe, so you
Good
found a
point.
shoe, which is
Good point.
awesome. Sophia sent in a shoe, also Converse. I see a theme. Then we also have Rihanna in with
Oh yeah.
that kind of shoe. Massimo. Never heard of these. I don't wear
I think
shoes.
it's Target.
Oh, there you go.
Target brand.
All right. Let's continue on. Joaquin, round 6. Or 6.
All right, here we go.
Done.
That was easy.
Oh, Frozen 2. Best movie, huh?
This year?
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it was a good movie. It was a good movie. I guess, trying to think of the movies I've seen this year. It hasn't been a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, how could you beat Frozen? It's awesome. Joaquin, what's your favorite movie you've seen this year?
This year,
Yeah, like new movie.
1917.
I never saw that.
Oh, such a good
is it
movie.
good?
Oh, Jumanji 3 from Courtney, first in, followed closely. I'm talking split second from McKenna, who says McFarlane USA. I don't know that movie. And then we also have The Greatest Showman. It's a good movie, but it wasn't
That
from
is
this year, but
good.
that's okay.
Well,
And then
they
we
could
also
have
have.
watched it this year.
That's true.
It
You could have
said
seen
that
it.
you've seen this
That
year.
is true. That's good. And Sophia said Ford versus Ferrari, which I have yet to see, but I really want to watch that movie. All right, we're moving on. We keep going. Round 7. Keep forgetting. Sure, that one works too.
Done.
I've watched it like every day since it came out, but I did watch it this year. McFarlane USA. Guess I'll have to check it out. Never heard of it. So, picture of you and a person. It has to be a person. Can't be a dog. Can't be a pet. Can't be a fish. Can't be a picture of a person or a picture of a person. It's got to be an actual person. So, if it's family, you can get right up close. If it's not, stay 6 feet apart.
Maybe have someone take a picture of you.
That's
being
smart. Oop.
6 feet apart.
Sophia says, I'm not with anyone. Go find someone. We've got a whole house full of people who are sick and had sicknesses like foot and mouth disease.
That's why she doesn't want to be around them,
That's
John.
true. Oh, we got someone. Courtney is first up. Courtney, look at that. That's really nice. We also
That's a
have
good picture.
McKenna, who's got a picture of us. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm
love
glad
that.
you feel like you're with us, McKenna.
Really?
Sophia has her and Toronto, is that how you say that? That's what that is? I haven't seen that one. Sorry. McKenna said I'm home alone, so that's closest. But Courtney, you are the first one.
Courtney.
Good job. We're moving right along. Number 8.
What's up with this?
Yeah, she is.
Number 8.
Yeah, Courtney might win this one. This year, what do I want for my birthday? I mean,
I just had my birthday.
so what was your best gift from your birthday?
A giant gift basket from our Bible study.
Oh yeah, that was really sweet.
That was awesome. Or cookies that someone made for me and brought them to youth group. That's nice too.
I would like a better Ethernet cord for my birthday. Apparently, we have one
Looks like
now.
you got
Thank
one.
goodness to
Happy
Andy.
birthday, John.
Yeah, it's my birthday because we have a nice new Ethernet cord. Sophia said
Holy shoots.
freedom. Sophia wants freedom. I'm sorry, we live in a free country. So McKenna wants to be in Arizona. So of course you do. But you can't because we're on lockdown. Shoes. Will wants shoes.
Those are always good.
Shoes are a good choice. I think I want like a Nintendo Switch or something, you know? That'd be awesome. Xbox, whatever their newest one is. That sounds great. Okay, next one. We already got it in.
9, right?
9. 8? No, 9. We're on 9. You're on your phone and send it in. So find a picture of someone and send it in.
Does that have to be a person?
Has to be a person. Oh, no. Doesn't have to be a person. Dogs are family. Fish aren't, but I'd count it. But dogs, cats, I don't think cats are family. Sorry. I know I co-own a cat, but it's definitely Laura's cat. But is she a part of our family? That's a good question.
Oh, she loves you.
That doesn't mean she's a part of our family. I love Joaquin, but he's not part of my family.
I'm a horrible artist. So I'm not-
Joaquin, we're all part of God's family.
It is, yeah, I guess.
He's my brother in Christ.
We're brothers. We share so much.
Courtney sent in a picture of her little doggo. That's adorable.
Oh, that's a cute one.
What's your doggo's name? Wait, this deserves to be on stream.
Yeah, totally.
Look at that doggo. Is that good?
Nice, yeah.
Look at that
So
doggo.
cute.
Adorable.
Totes. Totes adorbs.
Oh, Grace finally sent in something. Grace sent her name. Oh, we got pictures. Oh, look at that. That totally
Okay,
counts.
Yeah.
You guys share those?
You use that. You use that image, like, what's that sound? Is that from the track? That's so weird. McKenna, her and her brother, sweet. Sophia, she sent us. Oh, that's adorable. You guys are too sweet.
So sweet.
How dare you dehumanize my love for cats, dogs, bunnies, and fish? I'm so sorry.
I tried to draw a dog, but it looks like an ant.
It does look like an ant. That is definitely an ant. Okay, so that's the end of that game. Okay, we're gonna do the next game. but we're only going to do 5 rounds of it. I think there's 10, so we're going to do 5. So Walking and do odd.
Do the announcements, how to read the Bible.
Sure, I guess I should. All right, so I have, oh gosh, I'm trying to delete stuff. All right, so good game. I think Courtney won that one as far as the overall, but I'll go back through the chat and look and watch this again to see who won. Now, who knows what every single book in the Bible is? Who can name them off? All 66 of them. I'm not asking you guys. Who knows how to pronounce every single book in the Bible? I'm not asking you guys.
He can do it in 2 languages, I'm sure.
Oh, that's probably true. You at home might not, but the Bible is a book that we live our entire lives off of, so you should know it, which is why on Wednesdays and Thursdays we are doing a Bible study. So the first one is an online class called Reading the Bible for Life, and we should have a slide. You're going to learn how to read your Bible. If there's not, it's okay, I'm explaining it. Using some of the best teaching material that's like out there from a place called the Bible Project, which is located up in Portland, which is awesome. And they do these beautiful hand-drawn illustrations. It's incredible. And that's going to be hosted on our webpage, kind of like how our middle school services, if you know about that. But it will be also distributed on our social media pages, a link to that, so your family can do it. All of Dayspring is participating in this study. That's men's ministries, women's ministries, children's ministries, the whole deal. So we're all going to be studying the Bible together, which I think is awesome, especially during this time of social separation. Then we're also going to be doing our own Bible study on Thursdays, as I had said before, with our social media plan. And you can actually see it now. Wow. I will be going live and then post that video of me leading us through a Bible study, and it will cover some of our teaching from tonight, from how to read the Bible class, as well as other parts of the Bible. It's just going to be a conglomerate of stuff that we can study the Bible through. I think it's pretty awesome. We can definitely use this time of social separation to dive into the Word, which is the whole kind of point of our social media at this point. So join me on every platform for that on Thursdays, and learn how God's Word is applicable into our lives today. All right, with that announcement out of the way, we're going to do game 2. We're going to do 5 rounds of it instead of 10 to speed this along. And this game is called YouTube Showdown. It fits with our theme of YouTube. Here on YouTube, and the instructions are easy again. You're going to guess which YouTube video has the most views. Again, fitting with our YouTube theme. So you're going to comment a 1 if you think it's video 1, or you're going to comment 2 if you think it's video 2. And you cannot comment until the videos have finished. So once the videos play, you'll see after the second video plays, you can then guess. And you only get 1 comment. And this one's not about speed, but rather accuracy. And this quiz was made about a year ago, so you can't go back right now and look through YouTube if you know the clip, because it's probably going to be outdated by now. So the person with the most correct answer wins. And again, just like last round, so they'll get a gift card, and you'll be entered into a drawing if you also get it right, but you're not the main majority winner. Make sense? Good? All right, so here we go. We're going to start with round 1. You're going to see a series of videos.
Ready?
Yeah,
let's do it. Round 1.
I like to sing.
Oh yeah, they're slides or they're videos. So.
Pretend. And kazoo.
It's not so important. Sure.
Oh, surprise! I have some pretzels for you.
Do you know what you just said?
Oh, you're cheery.
Me? I'm always like
Oh,
this.
yeah, sure.
You're certainly not going to be.
When can I see
You're
you
bad
all
company.
the way? Can't wait.
You suck. Now's your chance.
Well, you can be a funny wiener, can't you?
First video or the second video? And I'll give you about a minute after the video ends to guess, and then we'll move on. Now, that first video I think is wild with the Kazoo Kid. I've seen that kid around before. I don't know exactly where he comes from, but the second video is obviously bad lip reading, which I'm a huge fan of. Anytime they make fun of Donald Trump, it's just hilarious. Because any impression of Donald Trump, I think it's hilarious. I can't do one, so now I'm going to try it. But. So get your guesses in. Willa, which one do you think it is?
I think it's the second one.
Oh, you think two? Everyone else thinks it's one.
I think the kid's too annoying to watch more than
Yes,
once.
it's a Trump's a legend.
Trump's a legend, according to McKenna. All right, Joaquin, let's see which one truly is. Oh, man. No. It was number 2. Obviously, bad lip reading has way
right.
more
That's right.
clout than this kid. All right, we're going to move on. Next one. Has more views, the cat video or whatever's happening with this guy.
Just trying to floss.
Oh, Sophia has lore on Kazoo Kid. Kazoo Kid is from a children video about imagination. The whole thing is called You on Kazoo. There you go. Thank you for that information.
Kind of looked like a D-level Miggy and Me.
That's true.
Kinda
Oh,
what I
man,
thought
throwing
of.
it back. Throwing it
Right?
back. McGee and me. Sunday school. All right, put your answers in. Man, you guys are staying together. Oh, we have a difference of opinion in the chat. Finally, Willow, what do you think it is?
I think it's number 1.
Number 1.
I love the old guy, but I think the cat video is going to get more.
Sure. Everyone else thinks it's 2, but Sophia. So, Joaquin, which one is it?
Ah,
Number 2. Weird,
That is-
trying to floss guy.
I do like that one better.
That's look how few. It's a cat video though. It's the internet.
know.
What's wrong? All right, moving on to number 3 out of 5.
Come on, Cricket, let's go. Keep walking. You keep walking.
All right, which one has more views? Crazy dancing
That's
guys
a tough one.
in a warehouse caught on security, or girl in whatever you call those things, security cones,
Wet floor
wet floor cones, taking an L on the subway, the elevator. Wrong thing. Sophia's lost faith in YouTube apparently. All it took was just that, and it's all gone. All right, we have a 2, we have a 1, we have a 2. Ooh, we got differing opinions here on this one. All right, Willow, which one do you think it is?
I'm going to say 1
1. You
because I
Crazy
think people
Dancing
are going to
Kid.
want to learn those moves.
Oh, sure,
I mean,
yeah,
they're pretty
no.
sweet.
That could go on TikTok. That could be a TikTok dance for sure. Yeah, that one's just
She's
awkward.
just drunk and dumb.
Yeah, no, it's dumb. All right, Joaquin, which one is it? Oh, yeah, Crazy Dance People, number 1. Number 1. All right, we're going to keep going. Next round.
Vai pra frente, Dora!
Okay, which one has more views? Weird Shovel Guy, who I always have thought, isn't that Vine? I thought that was on Vine, not YouTube. And then we have girl just totally taking out a bowling monitor. That's rough. Those monitors probably only cost like $50, but they probably charge them a lot. All right, Willow, which one?
I went for number 2 just because I feel like hers was authentic. And
Yeah.
I would watch that more than some guy pretending to fall down.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like destruction far more better than someone faking it. So
Right.
we have a lot of 1s and 2s. McKenna said that's her bowling. That's rough. All right, Joaquin, which one is it? Oh, whoa! Dang. 151 million people.
151,000. No,
That's
151 million.
Million people watch that.
Wow.
Maybe because it's so short. I think it's a pretty short video, so I don't know, man. All right, I think we're going to keep going on this because this is quick. All right, next one. Ooh, dolphins.
I've seen it.
All right, do we have a dolphin tackle or a guy failing to climb a steep ledge, Ninja Warrior style? I have swam with dolphins in the past. It's awesome. It was in Hawaii. Wild dolphins. I got yelled at. I apparently
Brag
was
about it some
chasing them,
more.
and someone like grabbed me while I was swimming and pulled me up. I was freaking out. Thought I was gonna die in the water. But he's like, "Don't stop chasing the dolphins." I'm like, "You think I could chase a dolphin? You really think that I could catch a dolphin?" No, probably not. All right, Willow, which one?
I went for number 1 because I've seen this one before.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
So I'm at least one of those millions of views.
All right, Joaquin, which one? Oh yeah, for sure. 3 million, not even 1 million on that other one. Who would watch that? All right, let's keep going. Next one. Oh yes. All right, which one? Yodeling kid or fainting hamster? I had a hamster. His name was Stripey. He froze to death and died.
That's horrible.
Well, I'm not sure that's exactly what happened, but we had left the window open and he didn't wake up the next morning. Either that or he was hibernating and we buried him to death. Both very happy stories for little Stripey.
Yeah, most people bury them when they're hibernating because they don't know.
Yeah, we don't have a clue. So either
I'm horrified
he
right now.
froze or the cold made him go into hibernation and we buried him alive. So he's buried in a house out back in Coquille, Oregon. So just a rotting skeleton. All right, Willow, which one is the one that got the most views?
The second one.
The second one, the hamster one.
Actually, yodeling is pretty hard, actually. It
Joaquin,
takes
I know which
skill,
one it
but
is. Yeah, definitely
Yeah,
hamster.
hamster.
Anytime there's pets. Anytime there's pets involved. Now, I don't know if
for the
this is true
cat.
on one anymore because this guy went like super viral. Like he was on commercials and stuff. So I don't know. All right, Joaquin, how many more? 3?
1, 2.
2 more. Next one.
All right. I don't feel so bad about the hamsters now.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I mean, I think that's a mouse or a rat.
Or a rat.
All right, girl failing on hotel beds or a mouse acting, a rat acting ridiculous in front of everyone. John, you shouldn't tell stories like that. Whoops.
Who said that? I'm hoping the horror on my face came through.
It did, yeah, no, you definitely were horrified by that. And I'm very happy about that.
There's been a challenge issue. Have you seen that?
What?
There's a challenge issue.
A challenge issued? Someone issued
Oh,
a
yeah.
challenge?
Yeah.
Sophia needs to take up yodeling because she said yodeling's not very hard. That's I disagree with totally.
All right, I want to hear it next week.
That's McKenna. All right.
Send us a video.
Joaquin, hit it. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Like I said, whenever there's animals involved,
ew.
that just wins out. Dumb rat thing. Oh, Willow, which was your guess? I don't think I
I
asked
was
you.
wrong.
Oh.
I voted for the girl because I'd watch that multiple times.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That I'd watch
Yeah.
once and that'd be enough.
I know. The internet's a weird place, Willow. The internet's
Yeah,
a weird place.
it is.
All right, last round. Joaquin, let's see it. Oh. Animals. A little sleepy and a little otter. That is the choice you must make. All right, otter or cute little chihuahua. I don't think chihuahuas are dogs personally, but
I went with the otter because everyone has a video of their dog sleeping in a cute pose.
true. Yeah, otters are my favorite animal
There's
for
less
sure. So.
videos of otters out there.
Right,
so
yeah.
It's going to be seen more.
Yeah, I think definitely otters. Anytime Laura and I go to a zoo or anywhere where there's otters, we gotta stop by and see the otters.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
They're adorable and they're the best. Everyone thinks it's otters except for Sophia, so let's see who's correct. It's definitely an otter. Of course it's an otter. All right, that was
5 out of 10 right.
5 out of 10. That's awesome. We'll see who won later on game day on Wednesday. But for now, that is the end of our game time. Thank you so much for joining us for that. All right, so tonight we're going to be running small groups just like last week and discuss the message as we bond as a community. And we're using a platform called Zoom. If you weren't with us last week, super easy to use. Just follow the link in the description. I think it's still there in the description for this video. For the call, we got them way set up ahead of time. So you just click the link, wait for your small group leader to get live, and then it'll be there for you. Guys are all together with Joaquin. Girls are with Willa. If you're new, that's how you know. If you're a guy, you go with Joaquin. If you're a girl, you go with Willa. Again, links in the description. Some brief etiquette we've got to go over, just like last time. Use your real name when you sign into Zoom. Dress for success. Again, we don't want to see anything your grandma wouldn't want to see. So appropriate clothes. Bring your best, so your best attitude, best lighting. Again, don't sit directly behind a light. Have it facing you. And grab your Bible because we're talking about Jesus and the Word. So, again, link in the description. All right, so we're going to move into our teaching time. Joaquin, could you cut the music? So the question to pose before we go into this teaching time is, does God change? Like if you've ever read the Bible, it sure feels like it's sometimes, right? Like sometimes God is angry, sometimes God is merciful, sometimes you feel like there's a big part of our life that he's in, sometimes he feels totally absent from our life. And tonight we're going to learn if God actually changes. So this week, I'd love it if we were all in the Bible exploring this idea. And the best way I think to do that is to use a Bible reading plan. And luckily, we have one set up to use for this week. There should be a graphic for it. And this Bible reading plan is on an app called YouVersion. You probably have it downloaded. It's the Bible app on your phone. So there's a plan. You can add me and as a friend on there, and then we can read this plan all together. It's called Subject to Change. You just search for that in the YouVersion plan, and you can read through this devotional through this week. And I'll be referencing it throughout the week in our social media, so we can be in the Word together, which is awesome. So I just want to pray before we get into our teaching time to kind of recenter us out of the craziness and the fun and into this time of teaching. So if you'll bow your heads with me as I pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for people like Andy who can come and save our butts when we're experiencing crazy lag and weird video issues. So God, we thank you for him. But we also thank you for this time, that even though we're separated, we can still come together as a community through crazy games and giveaways and all sorts of stuff. And God, I pray that as we go into this teaching time, we really focus in on the video to learn from the video and learn more about you, because that's the whole point of this. Even though we're separated, we can still be one church learning about you. So God, I pray as we watch this and we go into small groups, let's be open about you and learn more about you. And we just love you, and we thank you for this time. And it's in your heavenly name we pray. Amen. All right? No, we can't do that. Okay.
Long distance.
So Joaquin, hit the video.
Let's kick things off with a subject everyone is really into: terms and conditions. Actually, they've probably never been on your mind, but you've definitely seen them. Well, sort of, even if you didn't realize it. You know when you download an app to your phone or computer and you get a pop-up message that asks if you agree to their terms and conditions? It's that. Do you read it? No one reads it. And so we do what everyone does. We select agree and move along. Why? Well, they can be crazy long. Instagram's terms, for example, are 5,000 words long. Fortunately, one lawyer decided to read through Instagram's list and spell out their terms in plain English for those of us who aren't lawyers. Here are a few of the highlights. Other people might pay us to use your pictures, but we won't actually pay you. Or we may randomly delete your post. Or we can force you to give up your username for any reason. And finally, we may share your personal information with other companies. So, to sum it up, Instagram sounds like a total creeper. But here's the kicker. All of these terms, they're not set in stone. The terms are subject to change. In other words, here are the rules, here's how we do things. Got all that? Okay, great. By the way, this may all change tomorrow. And that's kind of weird, right? Instagram made the rules, but they may have the right to break those rules. They want it both ways. Not cool, Insta. But it's not just the terms and conditions and apps that are subject to change. Life is subject to change. We all have terms and conditions or expectations for what life should look like. And then one day, life completely rearranges things on us. It breaks the rules and does the unexpected. Change can be a good thing or a bad thing. For example, maybe you made the team this tryout, but you're not a starter. Okay, you'll take that life change. But shortly after making the team, you got injured. Not a great life change. Or maybe you just found out you're moving and you're pumped because you didn't have many friends at your old school and you're ready to hit the reset button. On the other hand, maybe you found out you're moving and it's the worst news possible. You love your school and your friends there. Or maybe your body went through some changes. Upside, you're taller. Bad news, acne. Maybe you've made one of the best friends you've ever had. Or maybe you lost a really good friend because of a misunderstanding that can't seem to be fixed. Maybe you have an awesome new dating relationship, or maybe you were hit with a breakup that totally blindsided you. Change can be awesome or awful. But either way, I think we all struggle with it for a couple of reasons. First, for some of us, it forces us into the unknown. Moving into a new town or school could be an awesome experience, but we don't know yet. Changes don't arrive with a guaranteed set of terms and conditions. So until we know how things turn out, it can be pretty stressful. For others of us, we lose perspective. Change can be emotional. In fact, if it's a big enough change, it can feel like it's the end of the world. And finally, change can cause us to realize we're not in control. If you think about it, we spend a lot of time and energy trying to control our outcomes. We study to make good grades, we practice our sports, instruments, we take the right electives so we'll get into the right college. We do everything we can to avoid arguments with friends or family. And although we never really have control of our lives, we feel it more deeply when we're in the middle of change. And since all of us are subject to change at some point, we're all subject to realizing that we can't make everything in life fit into a nice, perfect box. And so the question we need to tackle isn't how do we avoid change, because change is happening, whether we're ready for it or not. The real question is, how can we make it through change? Fortunately, the Bible has some things to say about this very question. And what the Bible says can actually comfort and carry us through anything life throws our way. But before we get there, let's do some backstory. Thousands of years ago, God chose a group of people, the Israelites, to be his people. And although God is perfect, the Jewish people obviously couldn't behave perfectly. Despite that, however, God still wanted them to live differently than every other people group in the world. So he gave them a set of laws on how to live great lives while setting themselves apart. It started with 10, but it eventually became 613 laws. Yeah, I get it, that's a lot. They had laws for just about every part of life. What to eat and not eat, what to wear and not wear, how to worship God. Crazy, right? Some of those rules for worship stated that only certain people could enter the inner part of the temple, which was like their church, and only a smaller elite group could actually experience God's presence. So the rules for worship were rigid, to say the least. Fast forward a few centuries to when something revolutionary happened. God entered the world as a real flesh and blood person, Jesus. And he shared the amazing truth that his love wasn't just for the Jewish people, but for the whole world. And then, after being put to death and demonstrating just how great his love was, Jesus came back to life. And when Jesus defeated death, it changed everything. It was the game-changing, history-making moment. But then Jesus left the world. And once life returned to somewhat normal, the Jewish people who had become followers of Jesus were shaken up. Their religion, which they had faithfully practiced every day for generations, went from 613 rules to one relationship? Did God's laws have terms and conditions? Were these rules subject to change? To say they had concerns was an understatement. So, a letter was sent to address them. It's called Hebrews. It was written to Jewish people who had followed Jesus. And while we're not sure who wrote it, the author clearly had a deep understanding of God's plan for his people and mankind. And as the letter is ending and the author is writing in his final thoughts, he makes this statement: "Don't love money. Be satisfied with what you have. For God has said, I will never fail you. I will never abandon you." That may seem like a weird thing to hear now, but it made sense at the time. Being a Jewish Jesus follower back then wasn't easy. One of the changes that came with following Jesus meant you were in danger of losing property and money. You could lose everything. But even with the scary threat of potential change like this, the author reminds Jewish believers of something they already knew to be true because they had heard it all of their lives. God would never abandon or fail them. Basically, the writer is saying, hey, a lot is changing, I get that, but God's character hasn't changed at all. The writer continues. A few verses later, he makes a similar statement that I think could help all of us when we're facing a life that is subject to change. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. In other words, even though Jesus had changed the game, Jesus himself had not changed. He was the representation of the same God they had been following since they first encountered him. Sure, the way they lived and worshiped was changing in a major way. Instead of following hundreds of rules, they were now free to simply follow one person, Jesus. So that meant worship, no more rules about who could go where in the temple. Experiencing God, his spirit was now available to everyone. Sacrifices, in one move, Jesus became the singular permanent sacrifice for everyone's sin. No more animals had to die like they did in the old system. To us, those changes seem awesome. But to the Jewish people at the time, they were unsettling. Remember, in the middle of change, you have no clue how things are going to turn out. That's why the writer of Hebrews reminds the Jewish believers that even though a lot is changing, they could trust that Jesus himself does not change. He wasn't some random guy showing up to break their system. He was the same God who was present when the system was created. And that's a big deal because they had history with God. They'd experienced ups and downs with him. They had experienced God's faithfulness through tough times in their past. And the same God they or their ancestors had trusted in the past was the same God they could trust now. Their circumstances had changed, but God's character hadn't changed one bit. They hopefully learned something huge, something that applies to you and I today. Life changes, God doesn't. Just think about how freeing that is. Because while everything around you is subject to change and it makes you feel out of control, you can walk with the one who is actually in control. Jesus is a friend who never changes. He was good thousands of years ago and he's still good today. Your circumstances will change, but his character never will. And the best way to remember this truth is to keep it in front of you. Here's what I mean. If any of you have ever done ballet, you'll be familiar with this concept. Dancers obviously move and spin a lot, But they have a trick that helps them stay stable and balanced. They find a section of the wall they're facing, and as they're dancing, they keep looking at that spot. Otherwise, they'll get dizzy and disoriented. This focus keeps them balanced in the right direction. The same is true of an ice skater when they do crazy spins that give you motion sickness just by watching. They keep their eyes on a single spot. So even though it looks out of control, they remain stable. The same idea holds true for us. Life moves fast and things can change quickly, which makes it incredibly easy for us to feel out of control. And when that happens and we focus on our problems, things feel worse. We tend to forget how God has shown up in the past, and as a result, we lose perspective. It's important that, instead, we stay focused on the one who can stabilize and keep us balanced. So how do we do that? If you think back, I bet you can remember a specific time when God came through for you. Maybe it was when your family didn't have enough money and you prayed for help to get through it. Maybe he was there when a dating relationship ended and he helped you survive. Maybe he's helped you calm your anxiety from time to time. Maybe he answered a really important prayer. Take some time to think through your past and come up with a few specific memories of how God stayed the same when life didn't. Once you remember that moment or time when he showed up, write it down and then keep it in front of you. Doing this reminds you that God has shown up in the past, and it will encourage you to know that he's still the same today. Write it down, then put the note in a place where you'll see it daily. Your bathroom mirror, inside your locker, on the dash of your car, in your notes app on your phone. It may feel lame, but seeing these reminders every day will help you keep things clear when life feels like it's spinning out of control. Listen, change is going to happen. Sometimes it'll be good, and sometimes it won't. But even though life is unpredictable, we can always trust in the one who is predictable. Life changes, God doesn't. He's the same loving God that he's always been. Think of some areas in your life where you can begin to lean on this reality. Maybe it's at home or at school or in a relationship. Because you can't avoid change, but you can make it through change. Because even though life changes, God doesn't.
All right, so there you have it. That answers our question right up front. God doesn't change, even in the midst of our change. And boy, have we seen a lot of change in our lives recently, right? So now is the time we're going to go into small groups. But before we go, if you're new, please fill out that new person contact form in the description, just so we get to know you for future reference. We have all sorts of social media, like I said. We have a new plan, so go like us on every platform. And join us for a devotion every day on that YouVersion app. That link is also in the description. Super easy. Just click on it, subscribe to it. You'll be notified every day of it, so you can do that and participate. So we can all be in the Bible together during this time of potential boredom. And also, on April 8th is going to be the start of that Reading the Bible for Life class. So just be on the lookout for that. And next week's theme, again, is old school. So dress old school. Be ready for some old school stuff to happen. I'm super excited for that. So get out of here. All of you, go to your Zoom sessions. Those links are in the description. So you'll see girls group. You'll see guys group. Go with your gender. If not, you'll get kicked out. And you'll have to join the other one anyways. So join your gender. And thank you for joining us. Sorry about the craziness up front. This is still a whole new world for us in student ministries here. We're excited to continue on into the future as long as we need to, and maybe even beyond that in some sort of capacity. But thank you, Andy, for saving our butts with the new Ethernet cord. You rock. And yeah, get out of here. We're going to see you in small groups. Thank you for being with us. Peace.